You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. JD, Jermaine Dupri.
What's up?
You in here looking like money, man. You look real corporate this morning. What's going on?
I'm real corporate, man.
Now, when I worked for JD would never put on a suit.
He's grown up.
He was grown up then, too. He felt like that. Whatever he wore is what he wore, executive regardless. He would wear a sweatsuit.
Yeah,
shorts,
I'm still that dude,
white
man.
beater, whatever it took.
I'm still that dude. I just, I started putting these suits on, and people, when the girls say something to me, I just keep it on.
Okay.
It's always about the hoes.
People start saying they like the flow, so I was like, okay.
We call that the glow
$2,000 suits every day then.
Okay.
Now you got the reality show on We. Is this the new wave? Do you like?
What
It's
you
on
said?
Lifetime.
Lifetime. Damn,
We.
I thought it was on We.
Hold up. They gonna kill me.
Got a meeting there today. But you got the new show on Lifetime. Is that the new wave? You got to do like reality TV and stuff to keep, I guess, the culture moving forward?
Nah, because I don't know. I can't say that. I wouldn't say that for some people probably I think so. For me, I wasn't even trying to do this. I was really trying to stay away from any type of TV shows like this. There's been a bunch of offers to me, but this just spoke to me as like, JD, you did kids before, you produce artists like this. This show is your show. And then I was like thinking about if I didn't take the show, I'd be sitting at home and see like Timbaland or somebody else that I know could do it but don't do it.
Gotcha.
Fill this position, I'd be mad. I'd be like, damn, I just chose to not do this myself. For why? Because I don't want to hear what people got to say or whatever. So it just was like, it was just something that spoke to me, and I just had to do it.
And part of it is you really do care about these kids and helping develop them.
Well, I care about the space. I care about the fact that, nobody cares about artists from 12 to 16, 17, 18, 19. It's not one rap artist that has a hit record besides Salento in that age bracket.
And usually they be one and done.
Yeah, but still, it should be 100 as much as people scream that this is a young business.
Got you.
And you were the first person that said to me that Bow Wow is a legend, and then Lil Mama was up here the other day and said the same thing.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that too because it's funny to me because he is innate to that demographic. That's what I'm saying. I don't think when I speak, I'm speaking about a certain demographic. I'm not speaking about everybody. Jay-Z's a legend to a demographic. To young kids 12 and 16, they don't even understand some of the stuff Jay-Z be talking about, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, kids that grew up from 12 to 17, 18 when Bow Wow came out, he's without a doubt a legend to them.
I didn't think about it till I put it in perspective. And you think about his career. He was around since what? The age of 10, 11?
Yeah, he came out when he was 12.
Yeah, selling out the Garden on the Scream tour. Like, Bow Wow was a big deal. And he's still, he's on CSI now. So yeah, I can see.
It's still like the things that he did. It's like you can't. Like I said, we can't. He sold out the Garden 3 times in a row by himself. Like I don't know at under 21. I don't know nobody else that's done that. Mm-hmm. Besides that's black anyway. Let's Justin Bieber and all this. Yeah, all them guys they do it. But I'm saying as far as a black artist go, it ain't been nobody to do it. So that was another reason I did the show. It's been 14 years since I put Bow Wow out. Mm-hmm. And nobody else has even tried to just throw something at this demographic of people.
Right. Mindless behavior.
Ray Shermer.
Ray Shermer's older than that though.
A little bit. Yeah,
they in the clubs. I'm just saying like cause the funny thing about this whole thing is that when I got in deep into it and started hanging out with these kids and going to places, I realized that like all of these dances that's hot and popping right now, like all the stuff that people are doing, that's not happening in Live. It's not happening at Compound. Nope. It's not happening at the spots that we at. I don't see Envy doing, all these dances.
Oh, you better
he does when he tries to keep up with the young.
But I'm just saying. All right, but I'm just saying, for the most part, you're not gonna see 10 grown-ups at the strip club.
Millie rocking.
Yeah, you're just not gonna see that. This is high school. This is all kids. That this is a kid thing. Mm-hmm. And in hip hop, we see it, but we act like we don't even we act like it's actually happening where we at. That's not happening where I'm like,
Right.
when I go out and people smoking hookah and drinking, they not dancing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Salento come in the club, they not even gonna pay no attention to him.
Well, they'll Millie Rock. Millie Rock's a little older. Millie Rock.
I mean, but that's a New York thing. It
feels.
feels like it came from the block. I'm talking about whipping and nay-naying and all that.
But
I feel like that's a problem because I feel like we have to embrace that as part of the culture too.
Yeah, I mean, we don't though. This era of hip hop don't. I started out as a dancer, and I was as a kid, the same age, and I could go to club. I couldn't go to clubs, but I could go to little places and dance, and that became the center of attention for everyone. And you knew the dancers, by the way. Like, I knew dancers from New York that I ain't even meet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of the dancers these days because there's no light put on them. But this show actually, the numbers show that this demographic is definitely like hungry and starving for somebody to do what I'm doing.
Now, you're an executive, but most of these kids and most of these artists right now feel they don't need executives. They don't need A&Rs. They can record a record on their Mac and put it out. And why would they need you?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's we actually have to deal with that on the show. Like one of the girls' fathers said on the show, because they do this little reality thing where they go away and I'm not a part of it, and they start talking when I'm not around. Right. And one of the fathers was like, even if we win, I don't know if we assign with JD. And I was looking at the TV like, what? And it's it's based on, they believe that they numbers on the internet and they getting shows already that they don't need my advice and they don't need my help and they don't need my production.
Is it a thing about quote unquote relevance too? Because what if it was Drake? Would they sign to him or sign to whoever's of the now?
I think it's the internet, because the way we chose these kids, they already got like 20,000 views, 50,000 views on TV. They getting shows, and I think this as the community that we live in. It's a bunch of rappers out here that just putting out records just to do club dates. Right. They don't care if they sell no records.
Right.
I mean, I hear this every day. I don't care if I sell records. I'm booked for the rest of the year. What? Okay.
So that's what artists feel like that, because they feel like nobody's really selling records. The top tier of hip hop are not selling millions of records anymore. So they
and then there's also a stigma.
Shows.
I think people have this stigma of signing a deal with somebody or signing a major, like they're going to be stuck in a bad contract and not get their money. I feel like people always say...
I don't have that type of history, though. I'm saying, I just feel like if you are a certain type of artist and somebody that's done well in that category, you should never not want to be with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you sound like Drake and you rap like him and blah, 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 you should definitely sign with him, because he'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. But couldn't that hurt you too? What if Bryson Tiller signs to Drake? He might never become Bryson Tiller. Or like the
I don't
Weeknd.
know. I don't. Do you think people like him because he's Bryson Tiller? Or do you think they like him because he sounds like Drake? I'm at a tug of war with that, because I don't know if people really would have liked him if they didn't hear Drake prior.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Right?
I think it's a little bit of both.
That's what I'm saying. So I can't really say. I know that when Drake came in, he sounded just like Lil Wayne, as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. And he just evolved into his own artist.
When he did the first mixtape,
he sounded like Wayne, right? That's what I'm saying. So I think that, I just believe in teams, by the way. I still believe that rappers need quarterbacks and a person to be that person to watch they back.
Gotcha. I think it's different with you, though, because you've helped younger artists grow. So if I'm a kid, yeah, I'll sign to JD. But if you're somebody like Kanye and Jay-Z makes sense because they're two totally different artists. Or J. Cole and Jay-Z. Like, I wouldn't sign to an artist who is in the same lane I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But I mean, I'm not even saying I'm not even saying an artist. I think just a person that could, just guide you and help you out.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think that the internet just gives people a lost sense of, mind believing that they something that they not.
I'm popping on the internet, so I know what I'm doing.
And
they
just start disrespecting people that can actually help them.
So you think every artist should have some type of quarterback, some type of mentor, some type of person holding them down?
Yeah,
on their own?
In hip hop, I just think that from what I grew up on, hip hop has been always a quarterback has always been there. Eminem, Snoop, 50 Cent, Biggie, Tupac. I mean, you name it. The greats in the list that we call a top 10, they all got somebody behind them that was like the 1 and 2 person.
That's a life lesson, though. Like, you got to have a mentor. You got to have somebody who's done it or been places that you ain't been to show you the rope.
But also a person that's going to take I take bullets for my artists. Right. You know what I mean? Like when I brought out Bow Wow, people say what they got to say about him. I was the one that's like, yo, listen, say what you want to say. We at 3 million. Say what you want to say. I'm the person that's taking the bullets. So the artists don't even have to get into it. They don't have to do all of that. At the same time, I felt like Dame was the person that was in Def Jam screaming on Def Jam for Jay-Z.
Right.
You got to have that. Like, if you think that you're going to wake up in the morning and do what I'm doing right now and be an artist and then get back up tomorrow and do the exact same thing, you're going to die by the end of the month.
Good question. You think that hurts the artist music? Because I was having a conversation about Lil Wayne. And to me, Lil Wayne's music isn't what it used to be, but they say that's because he's so worried about his business. And that's not his job. His job is somebody else handle the business. You're the talent. Go make records.
100%. I definitely believe that. I told Bow Wow that. I think that you can ready to hear some of the best Wayne music that we ever heard ever, because now he don't have to. I mean, hopefully, and I got another TV show that's coming on June 28th on BET called Moguls, and me and Baby and
Ray J, right?
Snoop Dogg and Dame. Huh?
Is Ray J a part of it?
Nah.
I thought Ray J was
and on that show, y'all gonna see that relationship come back together, and I believe that if it's genuine, then you're gonna hear Lil Wayne. You're gonna hear some incredible. I believe that. I just think he's gonna get back in a space that he don't gotta worry about nothing no more.
Is that how you always operated with your artists? Like, yo, let me handle the business. You go make records.
I never said it like that, but I hope that they picked up on that. I'm out here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna go to the clubs. I'm gonna tell you what we should. Blah 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 blah. I just want you to do. I do that with Usher 100% because I feel like, it's hard for him to do as much outing as I do.
Now, speaking of Usher, I'm reading L.A. Reid's book. Who really gets the credit for Usher? Is it you or L.A. Reid?
L.A. Reid. He signed him. It's not my artist. I'm just a producer.
Got you.
Now, signing artists. How come you haven't jumped back into the executive world and do the?
Well, I mean, this is the jump back in. I've been really disturbed with how music is being presented to the world, and I feel like as a person that introduced a lot of music, I got to figure out a way to reintroduce music to people, to make people pay attention and buy it. And this is my platform, my first platform of doing that. It's 2 million people watching this show a week. I walk the streets of New York and people know all these kids' names. So, if I can't get 10% of these people to look and listen at the artist, then I should quit.
What's disturbing about the way music is being presented? It's too disposable now for
It's
you?
just being thrown out. Like, it's not really like, I just read something that Rihanna's album is coming out this week. Like, when? Tomorrow? Like, Friday? When is Friday?
I don't know.
But it's in Billboard. It's saying it's coming out, right? What's the single? Like,
He just dropped it today.
What is it?
It's called
Featuring
Work.
Drake. It's called Work.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying. I haven't heard it.
It just came out today.
It
just came out.
the Beyonce model. Beyonce did that.
Yeah, but this one, like I heard you say this. Everybody can't do that.
Beyonce. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be trying to do that. You gotta. I mean, I know everybody's just trying to figure it out. Just like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to be out here just putting out records and it look like I stiff. I never did that. I never had bricks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that is. I put out records they sold. So I'm like, oh, we got to find a way to make sure that people know the music is out and the music is selling.
But how do you keep people's attention? Because I think the reason people just throw the music out because we live in this era of right here, right now, I got to get it.
And even we had Memphis Bleak here the other day. He said he doesn't think that albums are really important anymore. It's more
Just
about
singles,
just putting out music.
I don't believe that. I think it's the way that it's being packaged because we pay more attention to other things like love and hip hop. We talk about that every week, right? Why? Because why do you talk about that every week? Why don't you forget about what's happening on a TV show? You know what I'm saying? Like in every city I go to, this is like, these are conversations that I hear people talking about. I'm like, damn, why they talk about this every week and they won't talk about somebody else's record? It's because of the package, the way it's being given to the people. You can't forget about it. So I'm saying we got to figure out a way to do that with our music. Figure out a way to give it to people where it constantly is in your mind, it's in your face and it's presented in that type of way.
Nobody's really selling records anymore because you can download it and buy it for free. Like, you look at the top tier of hip hop. Who's the last rapper to sell 1 million records? We can't even think. I don't even know.
I mean, but to his defense, Drake could have done this, but Drake is he putting out music the way he wants to.
Right.
If Drake had a video for 10 bands and
energy
and all that, he was putting out the videos with the energy behind the music, the way it's moving through the streets, he would have sold 1 million records easily.
I think he did though.
I think they were saying it had something to do with the deal he had with Apple and some streams not count. I don't know. It's something.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he did. By the way, I thought he did. But I'm saying he would have sold more. But he's not. It's not promoted like that. I mean, he just putting these records out, and it's like, I'm good. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to this next album, right? Where in the past we would have mashed your head in with 10 bands, and we would have mashed your head in with energy. It's like, just put it out there, let it ride for about 3 months. I'm coming back with this new album.
People don't have them attention spans no more.
Yeah,
man.
they do, man. Yeah, they do. It's just we're believing this for some reason, and like I said, I don't know why we are, but hey,
it seems like it's true though. How many mixtapes and albums has Future dropped in the last year?
4,
5. So that 5. That's
no 4. It's been 4.
It's so much music
4
coming
and
out.
with the album,
But then I
5.
think,
but you can't
okay, but I'm
concentrate
saying
on
right
records.
now he just dropped Purple Rain, right? The songs that he still got is ringing off in the club.
But March Madness is still one of the biggest records in the club, and that came out a year ago.
But that's what I'm saying. When is Purple Rain gonna start popping?
About 3 months.
Summertime. So you should have waited. What do you do it for? This is what I'm saying. It's just we're doing it for. Like, I just think it's just a study, by the way. You got to have somebody that studies the business to say, yo, dog, listen, I know you want to put this music out, but you ring it off right now in the club. It's 10 records going right now.
Have too much access. They can press enter and it's on the net.
I think people scared. I think they're scared to lose
they
their
scared
spot.
to lose the spot. They definitely are. I feel that. I mean, I definitely agree with that. But, I mean, I think that, I just believe that when me personally as a person, I just have to find a way to put it out there and give it to people in a different way. And that's what happens at the end of this show. I sign an artist, they come out, I got a big platform behind them, a bunch of TV opportunities for the artists, stuff that I never had for any of my artists. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that if I create a hit record for the artist and with this outlet, they should be all right.
Now, how important do you think it is for these young artists to be familiar with artists that came before them? Like listening to hip hop and R&B from, say, the 80s and 90s, kind of knowing where it started from. Do you think they need to know that history?
Somewhat, but it's harder for, like one of the kids that's on this show, Lil Poopy, he wasn't even born when Bow Wow came out. And it's crazy because people are comparing him like he wants to be the new Lil Bow Wow. He like, yo, he looking at people like, what are you talking about? I ain't even listened to Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even born for this to happen. So some of them I would say no. If you 17, 18, then I think you should know. But if you started like 12, 14, the styles ain't even the same. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna move you the way the music is moving you right now.
Now, Lil Poopy's name, when I heard that name, it just made me chuckle. Lil Poopy, though?
Yeah, Lil. I mean, you know what it means. I mean, it's rap. It's the rap game. Well, I had a problem with it at first, but it's ringing off out here. Everybody
Power in the name, though. Little shit. You don't want to be that guy. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah.
I mean, you don't. You're right. But I'm just saying, it's like, once again, everywhere I go, every interview I do, this is the person that people want to talk about. Ellen DeGeneres talked about him. Like, yo, you got to change his name. She told Latifah that. And I was watching that, and I'm like, I wonder, do we change his name now that people are saying it and he lose all his steam? Like, he got to, you could change your name in the midst of it. But you got, like right now, like you said, keeping people's attention, they talking. Yeah, keep them talking. Keep it moving.
Does he have a meaning behind it?
What? I mean, well, he has a whole story of why. He has a whole meaning by why his dad gave him that name.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and that name wasn't given to him to be a rapper. That was a name that was given to him as a kid, baby, because he was pooping on people.
He better never get a rap battle.
Yeah.
He better never get a rap battle.
Be a little black fly. I don't want this little
Now, your prior artists, from Jagged Edge to the Brat to Bow to the Franchise Boys to any of them, do you still keep in contact with them?
Of course.
You still produce for them, or?
I mean, if they want me to, you know what I mean? It's I never have a problem with none of my artists. You know what I mean? I think I showed that on the 20th anniversary. That was my goal, to show people that I'm the only label that y'all never heard me arguing and fighting with any of my artists. That we don't do that. People made up something about me and Bow Wow, but Bow Wow's like my son. You know what I'm saying? If me and him get in an argument, that's between me and him. It ain't nothing and it never goes further than just me saying, yo, you wildin' or whatever he want to say to me. You know what I'm saying? So we don't never. None of that.
Historically, you signed a lot of artists who like kind of came and went. You think that help or hurts your legacy?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I think that
Like what artists you talking
yeah,
about?
like what
I
artists?
mean, like, you know, like Bone Crusher, even the Franchise Boys, Jaquan, like they had
Well,
big joints.
I think those three artists that you name in particular, I didn't sign them the same way I signed the Brat or the same way I signed Bow Wow or the same way I signed Jagged. So they didn't have my hand wasn't in control of their career. Bone Crusher came to my radio show and he brought me Never Scared, and I was like, yes, this is a hit. Envy, we going with this. We out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just took the record and put it out based on what it was. I didn't have control of his second single, and a lot of those artists once again they was honing their own thing. Like JD, we got this. We got producers in house. We don't need Jermaine Dupri production. We just need that Jermaine Dupri promotion. So that's what it was. You know, it's crazy because a lot of people don't even know I signed Rocco, but but people don't give me that credit. That I don't get So Def credit for signing Rocco, but I signed him. I'm the one brought him to Def Jam.
Right.
You know, so it's just if I put my hand on it and I don't continue to keep moving it, then I think people know that. I think the people that study Jermaine Dupri, they know which ones I keep my hands on and which ones I don't have control, total control of.
Gotcha.
In this day and age, how does an artist get your attention? Somebody that you've never met before, never seen, doesn't live in Atlanta, is not going to run into you. What can they do? Because people always ask me.
Go to global14.com. Put your music up on my site. You can post it. It's SoundCloud, YouTube, however you want to do it, and leave a message. I'm on there every day, and I see it, and the people on the site is talking to me and telling me, Jermaine, you should listen to this, or you should listen to that. Or Instagram. I'm on all my social media all day long. You know, you can hit me up, and if I see it, like all the kids that's hitting me right now talking about I want to be on season 2, and I don't even have the season 2 yet. I see all that.
Do you think you can make somebody into a star that, say you hear them at first and it's not really that good? There's a lot of kids out there that are trying to do music, but maybe they're not developed, they're not that great. Do you think you can make someone into a star, or is something that you have to have?
No, I can make you into a star. Look at her face. She's like,
even
what?
in this day and age?
Yeah, because I don't think that the time don't have nothing to do with what I'm gonna do with you as the person. I just think like, but you have to have something. Like I made Crisscross into rappers. They weren't rappers. When I met them, I said, "What do y'all do?" And I was hoping that they said, "We rap," and they was like, "We don't do nothing. We just chill."
Is that true? You saw him in the mall or something?
Yeah, this was a conversation. I seen them in the mall. They was buying the same type of clothes I was buying. They was geared up, and I was like, "So wait a minute, y'all don't do nothing?" It's like, nah, we don't do nothing. And I'm thinking like at that time, I'm like, I don't watch Nickelodeon. I don't whatever was on. I'm like, maybe these kids is on TV. And I said, for real, you seriously we don't do nothing. We just chill. We come to Greenbrier Mall every weekend and we get girls. And the way they was talking to me, I was just like, y'all need to be rappers.
Right.
And if you got that attitude and I can see it and sense it, then I can turn you into a star.
That's like a Powerball ticket, though. Like, that don't happen now. A producer walking in the mall, Jermaine Dupri, like, y'all look like stars.
What do you do?
Yeah, but I mean, it is on both sides because it's in Atlanta, you from the South, but I don't know the last time you've been to Atlanta. If you walk through Lenox Square, yo, it's like a talent search, yo. If I walk through Lenox Square, everybody in the mall got a CD.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell did you come to the shopping mall with this? And that's just what Atlanta's turned into. They believe they gonna bump into Polo. They believe they gonna see Brian Cox. They believe they gonna see me. They believe one of us, and by the way, we gonna pull up to the mall.
Every time I do go to that mall, I do see people.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Now, is that the way you found Bow Wow as well? The same
Nah,
type of thing?
Snoop found Bow Wow.
Yeah, remember Snoop
Snoop signed Bow Wow to Death Row when Bow Wow was 5.
Right.
And that's where Bow Wow got his name from. So it's always been funny when people's like, why don't he change his name to Big Bow Wow? Snoop Dogg is Big Bow Wow.
Gotcha.
That's his name. And he gave Bow Wow his name, Little Bow Wow.
I never understood why Snoop would sign a 5-year-old to Death Row, especially during that era.
He had it. And his name was Kid Gangster. So if you would have heard the stuff that Bow Wow was saying at 5.
I remember him.
He was on Arsenio. Yeah. Bow Wow was cursing and all that. If y'all remember on the Snoop Dogg album, when he say, "Hey, little boy, you back there with the braids, what you want to be?" That's Bow Wow. I want to be a motherfucking gangster.
Right.
That's Bow Wow on the Snoop Dogg album. Bow Wow was completely death rowed out.
And how did you get him from Death Row?
Cause me and Snoop is like this, and Snoop called me like, "Yo, JD, Death Row ain't the label for this little kid. I know you know what to do with him. Let's put our heads together and do what we got to do.
And that's why Suge wanted you. They hated you at one time.
Yeah, he did. He thought that I did it. That was Snoop.
Over Bow Wow, he hated you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he hates me over anything.
Yeah.
Who don't hate Jermaine Dupri over everything? They want to hate me over everything.
You and Dr. Dre squared away y'all issues y'all had
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah. I don't know if it was ever a beef. Like I said, it's the same thing I said when I came to talk to you. I don't know why people say stuff about me just to be saying stuff about me if you don't know me. And I think that when Dre and I got into the beef, me and Dre never even had a conversation. It was just like, pick on the dude that's putting out kid artists. Why?
Did you and Timberland went through y'all stuff at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It was all of them. And I'm like, what did I do? I don't know what you know what I mean? All I do is have success. I just think just because I do it and I don't be with a whole bunch of people and I don't be asking people to help me and this, that, and third, I think people look at me like, man, fuck him. He ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's size, too. Like, they do
Oh, yeah,
that
because
to
I'm
me.
little.
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
Size.
Whatever it is.
Little short guys.
Whatever it is. I mean, that's how it goes.
I saw you say you wanted to sign Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, I did. I called her prior to her getting a real deal. And I called her and I was like, yo, I listened to your mixtape. She had that record, right? And I was like, yo, you hard, yo. Brat hates me for this because people say she stole Brat's style. At the time when I heard that, I wasn't thinking that that's what I didn't hear her stealing Brat. I just heard that.
More Charlie Baltimore than Brat.
Huh?
Yeah, she
Okay.
could have been a little funkified.
Yeah, I mean,
little bit
either
of
way,
both,
but I
right.
was just like, I was on her real early, and she was putting up these incredible pictures on Instagram, and people was looking at her as well as listening to her, and I think she misconceived my call as I was trying to get at her.
Holler.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm trying to deal with you. So you can hit my manager, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to talk to you. Like right now, I don't care about no manager. What you telling me that for?
Right.
And I just think she curved me real hard.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you was kind of like Tiger when he was trying to talk to the white girl about music on Instagram.
Nah, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Have you,
Nah,
been,
go
have you
ahead.
been thinking about a So Def biopic, seeing that everybody else is, the success, obviously, Straight Outta Compton, the Death Row movie coming, Master P's doing his movie.
Yeah, I just think that it's too much success with So Def, unfortunately, and people don't seem to like cheer for a lot of success. Like if I recall when I first came up here, right, and we talked about the 20th anniversary, Charlamagne didn't think nobody was gonna come to my show.
Yeah.
He thought nobody was gonna come. That was the biggest concert to ever come to Atlanta, and it was like Jay-Z ain't gonna show up. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, this was one of the biggest shows. So I think it's got something to do with it's so much success and it's not no agony of defeat. And
You got to have a deaf.
Yeah, you got to have something, right? And I'm not trying to put that out there, so I don't.
But y'all had some inside controversies, I'm sure, that the public doesn't know about.
No, not like that. Not like Def, like
I remember
NWA.
Escape had some
No,
issues.
but you
Nah.
had
It was like,
Escape. you
Yeah,
had
but
the
not-
Brat
I
getting
mean,
locked
nah.
up,
And then
you
the
got
group-
I mean, that's probably the only thing
Passing.
that's probably the biggest trauma that's ever come to my label.
Chris passing.
So
that
you-
was tough for me, but at the same time, Brat going to jail, that's probably the biggest. And and it happened at a point. And but I just think that we lived through all of the stuff with NWA. So if when they moved their shoulders, we moved our shoulders. We felt it like a difference. I don't think I sold y'all success as opposed to a lifestyle of what was happening with Jermaine Dupri as So Def
So
was
no
doing what it's
Lifetime
doing.
Jermaine Dupri movies.
I mean, it might be
I know you
10
saw
years.
Tony Braxton.
It might be 10 years down the road.
I wanted to ask you, what you think you could do for Iggy now?
Probably nothing, but
I
it's
mean, musically, though. Like,
musically.
Yeah.
I could do a lot for her. But I'm saying to go back to what we was talking about prior about teams. The thing I think is wrong with Iggy is she don't have a quarterback. She don't have nobody take the bullet. She don't have nobody say,
Yeah,
yo, listen.
T.I.
Well,
That's what
T.I.
T.I.
been taking it
was
for
supposed to
Nah,
do.
me.
T.I.
was
said,
taking
yo,
some
you know what?
bullets.
I'm not doing this no more. And by the way, T.I. might not be T.I. might have needed a quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's artists like that I say, like, T.I. to me was at a level at one time, and he had to go back to jail, and I think that might have hurt him, but he still, I just believe all rappers need that that Tom Brady. I won't say him. I'm gonna say Cam now. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
don't say Tom Brady. Yeah, you say Cam.
Tom Brady's still Tom Brady.
Now, as an OG, you know, you're like Bow Wow's big brother. Did you give him advice when he was engaged to Erica? Because Erica got a reputation.
Nah,
You just
I left that alone. Cause you know, like it's very weird when you deal with personal lives and people get so lost in love that they forget that they real friends is talking to them.
got you.
And I never wanted to get on that side with Bow Wow where he was looking at me like, you don't like my girl.
But you were his dad. You know.
Yeah, but I'm just I feel like it's some tough love that you gotta let.
People learn
You
their
just
own
gotta let
lessons.
them bump their head. Like, dog, you know what I told you? If you go outside, you're gonna beat your ass.
Were you
You
relieved?
ain't go out there.
Were you relieved at least when he didn't get married?
Nah, I mean, cause I you know, like I said, I wasn't never really. I was trying to be, you know, I go around, I be cordial. I'm trying to support what's happening. Cause I felt like this. I feel like we all, as men, we done been with somebody. It's nobody that none of us has ever been with that ain't been with somebody else.
Fact.
Right? So if we keep running around thinking that's a problem, then we are fooling ourselves anyway. You know, it's no girl that nobody else ain't been with that ain't had something in her mouth from somebody else.
I don't know if it was just that.
Right.
though.
I'm telling you, that's, I mean, clearly, I mean, but it just happened to be some girls have done it more than, and people know about it. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So I looked at it like, dog, listen, if I say something, I'm being hypocritical because I done been with girls that's been with this person and that's been with this person, and I know it, and you know it, and
But I
this
mean,
person
aside
knows
from
it.
that, like personality-wise, just, you know.
She was never
different.
nothing weird to me. I could just say that. As far as I'm concerned, I never saw the craziness that I heard. So I just supported it and kept it moving and let him bump his head.
Do you ever regret losing Miss Janet Jackson?
I don't know. I can't really say. I believe that my life is a definition of in a journey.
All
Right? And inside that journey is supposed to be things that happen. And me having a relationship with her, I definitely know was a part of my life that I was taught a lot for these 8 years. And I don't know if it was, you know, I don't know if I look at it like that. I don't know if it was supposed to stay. It was supposed to come into my life and teach me what I learned in them 8 years and keep it moving.
Well, I missed it, man.
is
We
it
had
true-
Janet in the hood, man. I missed it.
Everybody DJ for her again. He's upset, man.
I missed it, damn it.
But it's always the legend, the urban legend that you messed it up. Like you got.
I
with a
probably
stripper
did. I'm a
and-
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a-
Janet though, JD?
Listen, man.
He got
Listen, I'm gonna
confessions.
tell you one thing like this. And that's not where that came from. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. The one last night I was having a conversation with Usher. By the way, Usher's in town. Shout out to Usher. I was having a conversation with Usher about his new album title. And I, you know, because he never told me. I heard about it on the internet just like y'all. So I say, yo, so what is Flawed? What is this about? And he said, JD, man, I'm tired of people thinking that I'm perfect. And I'm tired of not just the industry, just people in general. I'm not perfect. The way I deal with my kids, the way I deal with all kind of situations, I might mess up. But I'm me. And if you love me, you gotta love me for what I am. I'm not great. I'm not. He didn't say great. I'm not just perfect. I'm flawed. And he said we all are flawed, right? So I feel the same way. I'm flawed. That's something that, you know, I take that on the chin that I messed it up, but it is what it is.
I mean, listen, that's why I use you as an example because I tell all girls, okay, now if Janet Jackson can get cheated on, Holly Berry,
But see, you know, I'm gonna let it stay in the air because people don't know what the story is. They just say what they want to say. Like she thinks Confessions was connected to me and Janet.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. I was just kidding.
That's what the world thinks. That came out so far earlier than we broke up.
That was
Like,
another
look, he knows
person
it
you
too. It's
cheated
like,
on,
what?
yeah.
That don't have nothing to do with it.
So the
That
story-
was my, and I can say this because I'm
You took
a
that
very
transparent.
true person. I'm gonna be really true with
Real
you.
person.
That story was about my first baby mother.
Oh.
Yeah. And my girlfriend and my first baby mother.
Will the story about Janet ever be told?
Never. Why? I feel I don't even, you know, one thing I can say is that I never want y'all or nobody in the press or the media or anything to, I don't want to go down in history as the guy who dates, but I don't care about that. I want you guys to say this dude was determined to continue to keep putting out music. So, you know, a lot of times, even when we was dating, I felt that coming. I felt like that was becoming my moniker over all the success that I had.
Janet's boyfriend.
Yeah, Janet's boyfriend, Jermaine Dupri. I'm like, yo, come on, dog. Like, I got Grammys. Why you can't say Grammy Award winning?
Because you brought Janet to the hood.
Man.
That'd be hot, though. JD, Janet's dude.
What? What? Come on, man. All right, yeah. So it's Friday, you know what I mean, at 10 p.m., 9 Central on Lifetime. Make sure y'all watch. This is the 5th episode. This week I got Silento on the show. We go to one of the schools in Atlanta called Redan. Shout out to everybody that go to Redan. Swiss Beats went to Redan.
Is that where the kids are performing?
Yeah, they performing. Lala went to Redan. That school, I took him to that school because I feel like it's ignored from the standpoint of how many celebrities come out of that school. Right. Lala, Swiss, Jagged Edge, the Young Bloods, so many kids, and Silento still goes to that school. Like really? With this hit record that he has, he's going crazy every day. So I show this on I go to the school with him, and he shows us how he walks around. I mean, he's king in the school, but he still goes every day. It's crazy.
He's got to go.
Man, I got one question.
Go ahead.
I don't say you think So Def and Jermaine Dupri get the credit they deserve?
No, not at all. You know that. You know that.
You didn't even give him the credit he deserved.
I know what he's done, but that's when they mention the great producers.
I mean, I'm just saying, but it gets to a point where like I said, I think it's because I don't try to fit into the same box that everybody else does. Like right now, you know how many people's on my line saying, JD, why the f*** are you doing this show with all these little kids? What? Why wouldn't I?
Right.
What am I doing wrong? Yeah. Like, I get blamed for doing positive for just, I'm helping people that don't nobody even care about. But people just look at it like I should be trying to find me a future, or I should be trying to find. I did that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I did that before, and I'm probably gonna do it again. I have that still in me, but it is what it is. I'm good.
All right. Well, it's the
$2,000 suits every day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Ric Flair on you bitches.
It's the Breakfast Club. It's Jermaine Dupri.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in